Welcome to the VR frontier. Interviews with metaverse's pioneers from their perspective on Horizon World's discoveries.
Regal Boxing became your first, game to become like a phenomenon on this platform. Was that your first game, or like what led up to that? What made you choose boxing? And like, can you elaborate a little bit?
No, actually, Regal Boxing was my second game in here that I made.
Okay,
So the first game I made was an escape room called Dracula's Escape Mansion.
okay,
So yeah, I was really into the escape rooms in here. So I wanted to create one. It was, pretty easy. I was still learning how to script and, how to do, games just period. So that was actually my first game, and then came Regal Boxing. It was actually one of the top puzzle worlds when it came out.
So, question: how did you bump into Horizons, and what made you want to get into scripting, and or did you go to school for that? Like, how did that come about?
So I do have a background in computers. I got a degree in computer information systems,
Okay,
and some years ago I used to be a computer programmer for a little bit. So
okay,
when it came to scripting, I already had the logic and syntax and the way that things are scripted, the logic and orders and all of that. I already had it kind of hard coded in my brain, so it was a pretty easy transition. And the way I got in this space, I had a buddy who was really big in alt space, and he invited me into to actually purchase the Oculus when they called it the Oculus,
okay,
and I bought it, and I was immediately attracted to Horizon. I really didn't hang out in alt space,
okay.
so I came in here and started to you know create and network and just really learn the space. I took an interest in just a lot of different worlds. So, I would visit worlds and just see, what was possible in the space. And then I think it was Hardy West. He really encouraged everybody who was around to start building,
Mm-hmm.
because at that time, Hardy World was like the number one world in Horizon. So
Okay.
we would all hang out there, and he'll tell us, y'all need to build. So I took his advice, and I just started building.
So here we are at your baseball simulator. So can you give us a little tour of the room and what inspired all this? And are you a baseball fan and et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, so my inspiration for creating baseball, I used to be like a four sport athlete growing up,
Okay.
and baseball was my best sport, but I ended up playing football in college.
Okay.
So I was really good at baseball, and I've always had a passion for it.
Okay.
I grew up, near the Chicago area, so I was actually named after one of the Chicago Cubs, my real name. Baseball has been a part of my life, forever.
Your favorite baseball player?
Ryan Sandberg, that's what I was named after. All right, so here, what I did was, when I create worlds, I like to create the environment around the action.
Okay.
So what I did was I created a fictional team called the Regal City Rumblers,
Okay.
and that kind of incorporates the boxing, the Rumblers and all of that. So I wanted to fit everything in my ecosystem. Everything rolls into the Regal ecosystem. So I created this Regal City. We got the Regal City Rumblers. We got the home and away jerseys here.
Okay.
And if you come around here, we got the fictional history. We got the old school teams, from the inception for, up until modern day. So I'm really about, creating an environment around the world, telling a story,
Okay.
as the people come in. I got the Regal All Star Wall. So here with these trophies, we have our leaderboards, and the top 3 players in every category are listed on this wall and in front behind the trophy. So we got our home run leaders. We have our defensive MVP. So these are the people who catch the most balls in the game.
Okay.
And we have our pitching MVPs. So we have an area where there's a batter box and there's a pitcher mound and pretty much thrown into a strike zone.
Okay.
And everything's being calculated, strikeout and walks and all of that. So yeah, if you want to be a pitcher or if you want to play defense, you step over here to the dugout and grab your glove.
Okay. So I grab my glove. Okay, got my glove.
And if you want to be a batter, you step over here and grab the bat to get started. Yeah,
Okay.
before you get started, you
Gotcha.
see we got a auto pitcher and a auto batter. So that means you can come in here by yourself or, with friends, everybody. If someone doesn't want to pitch or bat, we got you covered on both ends. So when you step up to the mound, the auto pitcher, he'll disappear. And if I step up to the plate, the batter, he'll disappear. So now it's me and you. So Regal Boxing, I say the first date we started was May 1st, 2022.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the inception date. Since then, I've created a lot of other auxiliary worlds, such as the Lions Den training gym. That's the newest training gym.
Okay.
Also the original Regal Boxing training gym
Okay.
as well. Also have the Regal store where you could buy custom gloves and custom umbrellas for the Regal Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, players to get in and they can have custom gloves. They can switch them around while they're boxing. So that was a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, be sure to come through and support. That definitely sounds very cool. Accessory to the game. This is the one that started it all, like from the change. Because last time it was the championship one. Like, what made you go with a different design? Changing it up.
Yeah, I wanted to try something different for the summer.
Okay.
I want to do like a South Beach vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying something different. This will actually be the last week that we're outside. So yeah, you soak this in. We're going back to the old design with a few upgrades.
So, do you have any events, any tournaments, any things like that that the players can join, and when will they be starting?
Yeah, so the Regal King of the Hill 3 registration just closed, as you can
Oh,
see up here.
okay.
So we'll be starting that within the next couple of weeks once the brackets are set.
Okay.
And we're going to see who the 2024 Regal King of the Hill will be.
And
Okay.
that's children and adults?
Yeah, it's open for everybody.
Okay. So this is the outside part of Regal, like what you see from wow, that's
Yeah, this is a continuation of Regal Boxing. So this is the outside. So whenever you go through those, I guess, gates
okay.
or go through those walls, this is where you end up.
Okay.
And, this is another part of the Regal City.
Okay. Can you give us a walkthrough? So this is the beginning. Give us a little tour.
Yeah, so it's a beach club here. So over here we got the DJ booth. Here we got the volleyball court over here. And in here, every 5 minutes there's a big water balloon fight. So you'll hear a bell or buzzer, and then that's when everyone gets the water balloons and start fighting. And we have our winners. We list our winners in here. All right, so this way, over this way, we have our lounging areas here. And cool thing about this is when I was telling you about the Regal store where you could buy gloves and umbrellas, your gloves and umbrella textures are actually the same. So if you click it and you have like something in your inventory, it'll change the umbrellas to your custom textures. So yeah, since I'm the creator, I have all of them. So yeah, that was from the Easter collection. Here, got the Gran Turismos, the money. So yeah, all of the beach chairs and couches and umbrellas in here, you can customize it to however you want it to look.
All right. Do you have any um words for any up and coming builders or scripters that want to do the same thing as you, that look up to you, and that they want to do the same thing? Like, what advice do you have? How to start, or keep going, or what to focus on? Any words?
I say keep going and be patient with the process. You're not gonna learn everything in a day. And if anybody tells you they know everything there is to know about this space, I will run because it's impossible.
Hey, that's all the time we have for now. Special thanks to our guests, MetaBigChief, for holding it down, letting us get a little glimpse of his world and his thought process and how he puts these things together. Obviously, the guy's a legend around here. He's been doing this thing for a very long time. So show him some love. Go visit that Regal Baseball, the Regal Boxing, and the Regal Beach Club. You know what I'm saying? Show the guy some support. He definitely deserves it. That's all the time we have. Stay tuned as we interview other creators from around Horizon Worlds and show some light into their talent and what they've been able to do. Thank you.